is Powers Yoga. Alongside me is Lulu. Sweet little Lulu will be joining us for our class this morning, as our class is all about letting go. So let's take a moment and start at the back of our mat in child's pose as we take a moment to think about what we want to let go of. So we'll start with our big toes together, and you can start either with your knees slightly apart, or if you need a little more space, you can bring your knees a little wider. Let's walk our hands to the top of the mat, allowing our hearts to melt down, bringing our forehead to the mat as we take a moment to think about what it is we'd like to let go of. Taking even inhales and even exhales. And let's go ahead and let's walk our hands over to the right to stretch out the left side body. So slowly make your way over to the right hand side. Either keeping the palms separated, or if you'd like a little more of a deeper stretch, you can take your left palm on top of the right palm, feeling a deeper sensation in the left side body. Let's take a nice deep inhale into the parts we feel tight or stressed. Just tell that body part to let go. Relax. Take one more deep breath here. And on your exhale, let's walk our hands over to the left to stretch out the right side body. Take your time getting there, no rush. And again, allow your chest to melt towards the floor. Bring your forehead down to the mat, either holding here with the arms separated, or you can walk your right hand to meet the left hand, so the right palm comes on top of the left hand, and exhale again, let go and surrender any stress or any tension you may be feeling in the body. And on your exhale, let's slowly walk the hands back center. Rock your hips forward so you're coming into a modified push-up position, and then go ahead and bring your knees underneath your hips and your toes in line with your knees. As you exhale, press yourself back into child's pose with your arms extended out in front of you. And on the inhale, we'll rock our hips forward. And exhale, rock the hips back. Letting go of any stress now in the shoulders. And as we inhale, maybe round the spine gently, putting some pressure on the wrists to strengthen and stretch out the wrists. This time we're going to inhale, rock the hips forward. And on our exhale, we're going to slowly and strongly lower ourselves down to the mat. Inhale, let's come into a baby cobra. So lift our hearts, lengthening our spines, and then exhale, surrender and let go. Curl your toes under, press through the palms evenly, back up onto all fours and back in to your child's pose. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling, rocking the hips forward. And then exhale, slowly, strongly lower yourselves to the mat. Inhale, lift up the heart to lengthen the spine. And exhale back into your child's pose and let go. Inhaling. Exhale to lower. Inhale to open and lengthen. Exhale, come back into your child's pose, except this time curl the toes under, press the hips back, and let's come into our first down dog of the morning. We'll come back onto all fours and lift the hips up towards the sky. Maybe make any small adjustments with the feet. And we'll hold down dog for a few breaths as we just stretch out the toes. Take those dogs for a walk. Our feet take us lots of places. So we want to take a moment to stretch out those toes as well as the back of the legs, stretch out the calves. Maybe drop the heels down, pressing through the palms evenly. Inhale, imagine your arms are like straws. You're just going to suck up the energy from the earth, bring it in through the arms, through the body, and exhale it back down through the legs and out through the arches. And maybe hold for one more deep breath, holding in stillness. Before we take a nice little meditative walk to the top of the mat. Take your time getting there, heel toe, heel toe. If we don't make it, we can bring our hands to meet our feet and then come to the top of the mat, or any way we can get there. And beautiful. Once we come to the top of the mat, we're going to inhale, bring ourselves into a half back, flat back, bringing our hands either onto the shins, the ankle, the foot, or the mat. And then on your exhale, go ahead, come into a full forward fold. Again, the hands can place onto the shins, the ankle, the foot, and the mat, except this time we're going to drop the head down, either looking at the feet or in between the legs. On our next inhale, we're going to rise. Nice micro bend in the knees. So we're using the strength of our legs to lift ourselves into an upward salute, either gazing forward or maybe gazing upwards as we open up our hearts, lengthening our spines, letting go of what no longer serves us. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center and let yourself melt over. With a nice flat back, lower down, reaching through the crown of the head. Bringing your hands back down onto the mat, folding over. As you inhale, let's look halfway back up for a nice flat back. And on the exhale, we're going to step back into a lunge position. Let's take our left leg, step it back, and when you're ready, let's come into a high lunge. We'll bring our arms alongside the body, so we're looking for one straight line with the body. And as you inhale, we're going to turn the palms up. Turning the palms up as you open, lengthen, and as we reach up, the palms come towards, either gazing forward again or up towards the sky. Exhale, let's slowly and strongly lower ourselves down, bringing those hands and framing that front foot, and take that right leg back to meet the left leg in Adho Mukha Shavasana, down dog. Inhale, press through the palms, and exhale, press through the heels. If we like to modify, we can lower to the knees, or we can intensify by lifting the knees up and slowly, strongly lowering ourselves down to the mat. Inhale, lift the heart, lengthen the spine for cobra, or maybe to intensify, come into an up dog. And on the exhale, let's all meet in down dog. Maybe flipping the feet or rolling through the toes. Coming into down dog as we inhale, press through the palms, and exhale, press through the heels. Coming into three-legged, let's inhale. Take the left leg up towards the sky, toe down, heel is up. Bend the left knee, bring it into the chest, and step it between the hands. Now, if it doesn't make it, you can always grab for the back of the leg to help it. Otherwise, softly step the leg up and bring the arms, when you're ready, alongside the body. So you're looking for that one straight line from the heel to the crown of the head, and then you're going to peel the chest up. Gazing forward, or maybe gazing up to challenge your balance as we remember that intention of letting go. Letting go also of any expectations we may have as we lower ourselves down. Let's frame that front foot and let's step that back leg in to meet the front, coming back into our half back. Hands onto the shin, the ankle, the foot, or the mat, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Inhaling, belly, ribs, chest, head. Exhale, bringing the hands back to the heart center and melting back over with a nice flat back fold back over. Bringing the hands, framing that foot the best we can. As we inhale, look halfway up. And exhale, let's step now the right leg back. Nice step back. Frame that front foot, and when we're ready, and only when we feel stable, bring the arms alongside the body and peel the chest up off the thighs. Inhale, reaching through the fingertips, drawing the navel to the spine, making sure that we feel stable and secure before maybe we float our heads up. And again, letting go of any expectations, only going where we feel comfortable today. Let's slowly, strongly lower our hands, framing that front foot and taking ourselves back into Adho Mukha Shavasana, down dog. Inhale, press through the palms, and exhale, press through the heels. Let's take a nice juicy vinyasa flow, either inhaling into a low or high plank, exhaling into cobra. Remember, this time you want to push up into your up dog, gazing forward or gazing upwards. Exhaling back into our down dog, except this time let's take the right leg up. Inhale, pressing through the palms evenly. Exhale, let the heart melt towards your thighs. Let's step that right leg in. Now bend the right knee. Bring the right knee into the chest, round the spine to make space to step that leg up. When you're ready, you have that one straight line. Float the arms up on your inhale. Gazing forward, gazing up, letting go of anything that no longer serves us in our practice as well as in our hearts. Take that left leg and step it in to meet the right leg. Inhale, let's float the arms up to our upward salute. Exhale, hands to the heart, nice flat back. Lower all the way down. Let the heart melt. See if you could maybe bring the palms flat. If not, bend the knees to bring the palms flat. Inhale for half back. Hands on the shins or maybe onto the mat. Exhale, let's step the left leg back now for a nice deep lunge again. Arms come alongside the body. When you're ready, just float the top half up on your inhale. On your exhale, let's open up into Virabhadradasana 2, Warrior 2, palms down, gazing to the front, making your drishti, your focus, use what we call in yoga our drishti, to the front of the room. And let's slowly and strongly pinwheel the arms out, bringing that left hand down to the mat. And let's slowly and strongly take a nice twist. Let's bring out that spine. Remember, we can always modify by lowering to the knee. And slowly, strongly twist out, framing that front foot, taking the right leg back to meet the left leg. Inhale, press through the palms. Exhale, press through the heels. Either holding here or taking a nice, juicy vinyasa flow. Again, only going where you feel comfortable today. Letting go of any expectations. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take that left leg back up to the sky. Step the left leg through the hands. Remember, make space to step that left leg through. Once that left leg is planted and we feel safe and secure, stable, we can float the top half of the body up on the inhale. Opening, again, letting go. And exhale, let's take that right foot flat to a 90-degree angle as we come into our Warrior 2. Taking your drishti, your focus, towards the middle finger. And then on your exhale, let's pinwheel the arms out, coming in to our lunge. And then adding a twist, bringing out the spine from the belly, the ribs, the chest, the head, and maybe gazing down to the side or up to the hand. And let's slowly twist out. And beautiful. Let's take that back leg in to meet the front of the mat, coming into our half back. Inhaling, hands on the shin or on the mat. And on your exhale, let go. Fold over. Inhale, rise back up. Nice flat back, using the strength of your legs to lift you up. Exhale, let's bring our hands to our heart center, remembering that intention of letting go and what that means to us in our practice, or maybe what we may need to let go in our lives. And beautiful. We'll make our way down to the mat. As we inhale, we'll float the arms back up. Before we do, let's go ahead and let's practice our balance a little here. We'll step our left leg back onto the big toe. Bringing our hands onto the hips or out to the T or maybe alongside the ears. We're going to come into our warrior three today. Don't worry about how far you go into the pose. I want you to focus on letting go of any expectations, just breathing and feeling as you inhale, reach to the fingertips. And as you exhale, let your shoulders relax, feel the stability. If we don't feel too shaky here, we can start to pour ourselves over to eventually maybe we could become parallel, but only going where we feel comfortable today. Keeping a micro bend in the knees. As you inhale, reach to the fingertips, press through the balls of the feet, and exhale slowly and strongly. See if you can lower the arm and the leg down together. Back into mountain pose, Tadasana. Let's try that on the other side. Inhale, float the arms up. Stepping the right leg back. So we're looking for that one straight line from the fingertip to the heel. As you inhale, you're going to keep reaching through the fingertips. And the right leg's going to come up the more you reach. And reach. And you're going to start to pour yourself over. We don't want to drop the arms down to lift the leg up. Inhale, keep reaching. And the more we reach, inhale, reach to the toes. Exhale, reach to the balls of the feet. The right foot, keep reaching. And then on your exhale, see if you can slowly come out of the pose, back into your mountain. Try not to timber, and that's okay if you do. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Let's make our way down. Let go. Let go of any stress. Let go of any tension we may have encountered in the shoulders and the neck. Let's shake it out. Let's make our way now down to the mat. Let's step ourselves back into down dog. Left leg can step back, right leg can come back. And now let's come in to our child's pose. And this child's pose, let's bring the arms alongside the body. And fully surrender and let go. And on our exhale, we'll come up. Make our way over onto the glutes. So just roll over me to left, right hand side. And we'll come into a seated forward fold. So if we need to sit upon a block to lift our hips to make it a little more comfortable for ourselves, let's do so. Otherwise, we're going to inhale, reach to the fingertips, coming into staff as we curl the toes towards us. Draw the navel to the spine, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. One more time, let's inhale, reach, and on our exhale, we're going to again to fold over. Good, letting all the breath out of the belly. Bringing the hands either onto the shins, holding here, being mindful we're not rounding. Okay, we want to lead with our heart. Lead with your heart, not just in your yoga practice, but in life as well. And then go ahead and walk your hands to the ankle, maybe, if that feels good, or if we have the space to do so. And maybe we can grab for our yogi toe hold, make a peace sign, and then go ahead and grab for the big toe. And then using some leverage with the toes as you draw the toes towards you, take a nice deep inhale. And on your exhale, maybe you can fold and get a little deeper as we work on trying to get our nose towards our ankle. And eventually, nose to the knee will be there, but with a nice flat back. So we're not pulling on our back muscles. And then on the exhale, we're going to slowly come out. Our seated forward fold. We'll walk the hands back. We're going to make our way down to the mat. So let's bring our feet flat. And we'll scoot our boots a little forward. And we're gonna make our way down to the mat gently. If you find you need a little assistance rolling back, you can always use your leg as leverage and then use your leg to softly roll down. And let's all go ahead. Let's all grab for that right leg. Bring that right knee into the chest, and you can grab on for the right shin or even for the back of the right thigh as you extend through the left ball of the foot. And let's switch sides. Let's grab onto the left shin or the left thigh. If we can grab on for the shin, we just don't want to grab on for the knee. And then we're extending through the right toes, taking the heel up off the mat as you reach through the toes, and then bring both knees in. Give yourself a great big hug. And then gently rock side to side, so you're just massaging your spine. And before we come into our final relaxation, we'll come into another twist pose. I love twisting poses. Twisting poses are excellent just for strengthening and keeping our spines nice and flexible. Bring the arms out to a T position. You want your legs to also be at a 90, so you don't want your heels next to your glutes. Okay, you almost look like a chair, and you're gonna let your legs fall to the right. And again, when they come over to the right, if they don't touch the mat, if you have a block or a bolster, you can use that to help prop the knees. Otherwise, take your right hand on top of the left knee to add a little pressure. We don't want to force anything. We can gaze up or gaze to the left. You should feel a nice stretch all the way through the left-hand side of the body, through the front of the chest, as well as a nice deep twist. And be mindful, again, only go where you feel comfortable. And with each exhale, wherever you feel stress or tension, tell the body to let go. With each exhale, let go. And the more you tell the body to let go, the more the body is going to become a good listener, good servant. It's going to listen to exactly what you say, whatever you tell it to do. With practice. Let's go ahead, turn your palms down so you can bring the knees into the chest now, so you can safely roll out of the pose without using our back muscles. And then we want to bring it back to the 90. You keep the feet flexed and then let the legs fall to the left again and look to the right. Now, if you find that your legs are having a hard time, you can always, if we had a block, we can always use a block, right, for our knees. And that way it has a little support. Or maybe we don't need the block, our knees can come down, but the top knee is hanging out, so we want to just add a little pressure maybe. So you feel a little deeper of a stretch that way. Again, with each exhale, tell the body, wherever you feel stressed or tense, if it's in the right front of the shoulder, or maybe it's the right hip, the back. Here's just the whole right-hand side of the body, so on your exhale, imagine it just letting go. All the tension letting go out of the body. And then go ahead when you're ready. Turn your palms down. Draw the knees into the chest to safely come out of your twist. And then bring the feet flat. Arms alongside the body. On your inhale, you're going to lift the hips up off the mat, roll back onto the shoulders, making sure we're not rolling onto our spines, onto the cervical spine that is, but we are on our shoulders for a little more protection of the cervical spine. You may want to walk the shoulder blades in so that'll act like a nice little shelf to protect our necks. Make sure we're gazing upwards, not to the left or the right. And then maybe just on your next inhale, I want you to go ahead, inhale and press that floor away from you. And notice how the hips will lift a little higher. And on the exhale, slowly and strongly come down. Bringing the knees back into the chest. Gently rocking. And doing anything It's going to make you feel more comfortable as we prepare for our final relaxation. I'm going to come into corpse pose. Bring the feet to the corner of the mat and turn the palms up towards the sky. Well, you can turn the palms up. And what you're telling your body, you're open. You're ready to receive some good energy coming your way. Or maybe your palms are turned down. And what you're doing is maybe grounding, storing your energy. See where you want to go today. Ground, open. Or maybe you want to connect. Bring your right hand to your heart center and your left hand to the belly. Or maybe your arms in a different position so your body is telling you intuitively where you need to be. Let your body guide you. You are your best guru. As you take a moment here, letting go. Letting go of any stress, any tension in the shoulders. And just let the mat take it for us. Let the mat soak up anything we're letting go of. With each exhale, feel your body letting go a little deeper into the mat. And we'll hold for 3 more deep breaths. Letting go a little more with each exhale. And on your next inhale, we'll begin to just wiggle around our toes and our hands and take as much time as we need to slowly come out of our final relaxation, maybe keeping the eyes closed or you can flutter them open. Bring the feet onto the mat and then draw them into the chest. Gently rock side to side. And then roll to the left or right hand side. Coming into a baby pose. Taking another moment here to let go. And then when you're ready, press through the palm of the upper arm. And let's find ourselves in a nice, comfortable, cross-legged position. Sukhasana. We can always find a block to sit upon if that's more comfortable. Otherwise, let's go ahead and let's bring either our hands onto our knees or turn our palms up. Let's take a moment here as we think about how we feel physically, mentally, and maybe even spiritually. And on our next inhale, we'll reach our fingertips up towards the sky, drawing the palms together. And then exhale, lower the hands at the heart. As I'd like to take this time to thank you for practicing with me today. And the good in me bows to the good in you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, namaste.